Hi, I'm Molly Wood, Executive Editor of CNET.com. Welcome to Eye on Parenting. Now, even though we're fast approaching the end of summer, it is not too late to find fun-filled family vacation deals out there. Senior Editor Genevieve Shaw-Brown of Travelocity.com is here with money-saving information galore.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, why is this a good time to start shopping for family vacation deals?
Two words, hotel deals. The travel industry was hit really hard by the recession, but the hotels have not recovered as quickly as, say, the airlines or the car rental businesses. So that's bad news for them, but that's good news for the rest of us because there are great hotel deals all over the country and really around the world.
Now, you have a ton of money-saving tips here. One of the things you say is be flexible with flights.
That's right.
How can that help you out?
You want to fly on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays whenever possible. They're the least traveled days of the week, so that means they're often the cheapest. And if you look closely at an airline sale, you'll see the lowest prices are generally for those days. Quick example, so a popular route is from New York to Fort Lauderdale. If you fly on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday, you're going to get that for about $200 round trip. But if you fly on, say, a Friday or a Saturday, the price increases to about $250. Now, when you spread that across a family of four, those savings can add up. And the savings go up when you're even taking longer haul flights. So say you're going from Chicago to London. Typically, a direct flight this summer will cost about $1,460 on a Friday and come back on a Friday. If you leave and come back on a Tuesday, the price drops by $200. So being flexible can really save you a lot of money on those flights.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you could stay an extra day. Well, as long as you
Exactly.
don't come back on a Friday.
That's right.
Next, you say to try a top secret hotel. Now, what does that mean? Because it sounds a little scary.
That's right. So a top secret hotel is when you book a hotel property without actually knowing the name of the hotel until the booking process is complete. Now, you get some really valuable information. So you'll get the general location, the star rating, a list of amenities. On Travelocity, you get some customer reviews, but you don't get the name of the property, and that's the trade-off. But, so take, for example, Orlando, very family-friendly destination. This summer, a four-star hotel goes for about $100 a night. A top secret hotel in Orlando, that's 4 stars, goes for about $47 a night. So huge savings. And if you're traveling with older kids, you might want to get 2 hotel rooms because you're getting 2 for less than the price of 1.
That is actually a really great idea for traveling
Why
with
not?
older kids. Yeah, be alone. Now, you also say, though, that families should consider not flying anywhere. Consider a driving destination.
That's right. So this summer, round-trip domestic airfare is about $350. So a family of 4 can save about $1,400 in flight costs alone by simply choosing to drive to their destination. And 2 of my favorite destinations this summer, the first is Vail, Colorado. Vail is obviously known for skiing, but it's just as nice in the summer months. It's actually really beautiful. There's so much to do. You've got fly fishing, mountain biking, hiking, golf. Really great for an outdoorsy kind of family. And you can stay at the Lodge at Vail. It's a rock resort, 4 stars, eco-friendly, for about $170 a night. Now compare that to what you'd be paying in the winter. It would be $400 a night and up. So you're saving big bucks right there. Second destination, the Adirondacks in New York State. Absolutely beautiful. And for people coming from the Northeast, a little bit more off the beaten path than, say, you know, the Jersey Shore, Cape Cod, Long Island. One place in particular is very nice, Lake Placid, known as being the host of 2 Winter Olympics, but great in the summer. And the Adirondacks have 3,000 lakes, 2,000 miles of hiking trails, so much to do. The High Peaks Resort in Lake Placid is about $189 a night. It's right on the main street, right across from Mirror Lake, which is the name of the lake in the town of Lake Placid. A little confusing. 4 stars, family-friendly, very wonderful, a great idea.
Now, you've kind of alluded to this, but one of your other tips specifically is to travel in the low season. But what are some destinations that we should focus on? Because we obviously don't want to end up somewhere where everything is closed.
That's right. So what you'll gain by traveling in the low season is great prices and fewer crowds. And you can expect to pay about 50 to 75% less in the low season than in the high season. And 2 great destinations that are in their low season this summer are Phoenix and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, first, let's start with Phoenix. Phoenix, it's hot. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be warm.
That's what I was thinking.
But you're going to get a luxury vacation for a fraction of the price. So the 5-star Arizona Biltmore Hotel, it's a Waldorf Astoria hotel. It's 5 stars, goes for $99 a night. You cannot beat those prices. Hang out by the pool, get a spa treatment, and all summer long the hotel is doing a Hollywood and wine theme where they've got celebrity chefs, celebrity winemakers, movie screenings, all sorts of stuff for the whole family. The U.S. Virgin Islands, on the other hand, you know, you're gonna take a flight to get there, but a lot of direct flights, making it easy for families. No passport required, which is a big thing. There are 3 islands, St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix, all very nice, very different in their own ways. St. John has the Westin St. John Resort and Villas. going for about $300 a night this summer with a $200 resort credit. Compare that to $500 a night and up during the winter high season.
I think you sold me on Phoenix.
Yep.
But you almost sold me on Phoenix until I saw that you also say you should look for freebies. What?
Yes.
I mean, freebies in summer travel? What are you talking about?
That's right. So some hotels aren't too keen on slashing their rates. So what they'll do instead is add what they call value propositions, what we call them, you and I just call them freebies. So it might be a free night, a free room upgrade, kids stay free, whatever it may be. But one of the most popular things is resort credits. And in Mexico, the Palace Resorts are giving away $1,500 in resort credit when you book a 5-night stay. There are 11 Palace Resorts all over Mexico, but one that families really seem to like is the Aventura Cove, and it's in the Riviera Maya, all-inclusive. What that means is you'll get, your accommodations, your meals, your drinks, your non-motorized water sports, tips and gratuities, but use that $1,500 for the things that aren't included, like golf, the spa, and even the tours in the area, like the zip line, really friendly, family-friendly, kids love it.
And then your last big savings trip quickly, try cruising.
Yeah, cruising is great for families, and it's great for people who live within driving distance of a port city. No airfare required, just drive to the ship. Best prices I'm seeing on cruises are in the Caribbean and Mexico, some as low as $50 a night. But the latest and greatest in the cruise industry right now is the Norwegian Epic. It just launched this summer. It is incredible. It's got 20 different dining venues, 3 water slides, an ice bar, Blue Man Group, 2 bowling alleys, everything. So much for the whole family. No one will get bored. 2 sailings left this summer, August 14th and August 28th, starting from $849 for the adults, $500 for the kids. The ship will be moving to the Mediterranean next summer, so go now while you can get there cheap and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on airfare.
I don't know how you do this job without bankrupting yourself. You also have some great tips, though, for traveling with kids, and let's look at some of those first. Take the first flight of the day, use the family lane at security, avoid those connecting flights if at all possible, and pack food and water bottles. Now, why are these tips so helpful? Some of them seem like common sense for kids. You don't go anywhere without snacks, but talk to me about the family lane at security.
Right, so for example, the family lane at security is so that you can get through security with your kids without getting, getting stressed out and having the business travelers behind you giving you dirty looks. You can take your time, have your liquids checked if possible. If the kids need to go through security, through the metal detector a couple times, they can do so. No one's getting aggravated. The family lane is set apart just for families. It's all about de-stressing the experience at the airport. Unfortunately, the flight, the airport can be the most stressful part of the trip, so you want to minimize that as much as possible.
And that's why that first flight of the day and avoiding connecting flights, how can those help?
The first flight of the day is the most likely to be on time. So if you can take that flight, that's going to minimize the amount of time that you spend in the airport with potential delays. And avoiding connecting flights, that's because every time you add a flight into the mix, you're multiplying the potential for things to go wrong. So they can be cheaper, but I have to say direct flights are probably the way to go.
Genevieve Shaw-Brown, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Parents know that traveling with children takes extra planning, so we want to profile a few gadgets out there to make your trip easier and safer. This is Iamogo. It's the first of its kind, and it's a self-heating baby bottle. It can actually warm milk to body temperature in about 4 minutes. It runs on an organic heating cartridge. It has just salt and water, so there's no need for batteries. Now, the bottle costs a little over $30, and a 6-pack of the heaters is just under $10. You can't actually get them in the U.S., but you can buy them online at danskdesign.nu. I wish I had had that when my baby was younger. Next up is Phil and Ted's Me Too portable high chair. It's about 2 pounds. It folds up so it's easy to pack, and then you can hook it on to just about any table with adjustable screws. It is just under $50. And this next product is great for peace of mind, Secura Pal. It's a GPS device that tells you where your child is and actually lets you know when they've wandered too far, like they do. It also works as an SOS button that your child can push if they get scared or lost. Now, as an added bonus, you can actually rent this gadget for vacations, or you can buy one and use it all the time. The cost is just under $200. It does have a monthly service fee of $24.99. To find out more, you can head over to cbsnews.com/parenting. Thanks for watching Eye on Parenting. I'm Molly Wood.